Alright, this is Seaway, and these are the top 5 best tour stories ever.
My top tour story was in Washington. We didn't play in Washington. We were leaving Virginia to go, or we were going somewhere that included Virginia in it. And Andrew's like, oh, isn't Washington on the way? See a sign for Washington. Veer over a couple lanes. We're on our way to Washington. It's 3 or 4 in the morning. And we decided we wanted to go to the White House with a big white van and a trailer. So we put in the GPS, circled it a few times, and basically got pulled over by about 5 Secret Service cruisers and motorcycle motherfuckers. And they searched our van and trailer for bombs before realizing that we were just a bunch of stupid fucking Canadians. And they let us go, and we wandered around Washington for a while, and it was pretty cool. We beat the Secret Service, and there were definitely some illegal things in the van.
My tour story is on the last one we were on in the States with Major League and Have Mercy and Better Off. We stopped in San Diego to watch the hockey. Who's it, Canada versus...
I think Latvia.
Latvia, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Canada versus Latvia. Some dude on Twitter hit us up. Sammy ended up being a fucking dude. Bought us coffee, bought us donuts, and then he proceeded to tell us at the bar that we were watching the game, and this was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and so he proceeds to tell us that the bar that we're watching the game in was the same bar that Blink-182 shot the Man Overboard performance shots in. And so we were like tweaking out about that because that was fucking dope. He's like, by the way, there's a shower here, you can use that. So we're like, awesome, we hadn't showered in a few days. And then after we all showered, he told us that 2 weeks ago, Snoop Dogg had a threesome in the same shower that we all showered in. So that, all in all, was a pretty sick day.
Basically, in Tampa, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Basically, when we played Tampa, we basically went to the best party any of us has ever been to. This guy, like, we knew about it for a while, but after the show, he kept repping his cabin party that he was hosting after. And so after the show, he was kind of just standing around waiting for us to leave. He was like, yeah, like, we're all gonna wait for you guys to like load out and like be on the way. We're like, oh, we'll meet you there. He's like, no, like, we're all gonna go together. And the second we load all our gear into the van, all of a sudden there's like a fucking
Convoy.
yeah, a convoy.
This was after Ryan announced on the microphone that everyone should come to this party, which we found out after was actually supposed to be a small get-together for the bands and friends of the promoter.
Yeah. So there ended up being like a convoy of like 15 cars going to this cabin, and we get there, and it was just like the nicest It wasn't even a cabin. It was just a mansion in the woods. Like one wall was just entirely glass. We walk inside and like the dude's on a fucking megaphone just like announcing the arrival and just
Oh, he was on the PA. He was on the PA, like,
This is gonna be the best night ever!
It was like Wolf of Wall Street almost. You're just yelling in on top of the balcony.
And everyone's already there. There's like beer pong set up and everything already. We just like walk in like, holy shit, we gotta start drinking, man. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
We've had some good times in St. Louis and we've had some bad times. The first time we went to St. Louis was awesome until we got robbed outside of Pappy's, the best barbecue spot, not ever, but it was damn good. And we got robbed fucking blind outside and got all our passports and computers and clothes stolen. The second time we went there, we met a really nice dude. He was buying us beers. He was buying shots and stuff, and he's like, hey, you guys, like, this place makes really good burritos. Like, do you guys want one? Yeah, sure. He orders a round of burritos, pays for it, and then drops a line, something like, yeah, Seaway was pretty generic tonight, but, like, you guys killed it. And we all kind of looked at each other like, what's going on right now? And it turns out he thought we were Have Mercy and was buying us, he bought the wrong band beer and burritos for the night, and that was really cool. Yeah. So, thank you to whoever you were. Maybe next time you can hook the band you like up.
All right, what's good? It's Adam from Seaway here. We're all chilling. We had a great tour recently. Good to be back home. So my favorite tour, my favorite of our tour stories with this band would have to be about we were on a tour. Sorry, we weren't on a tour. We were playing a home show, and Veil of Maya was on it. And anyways, it was one of their first times being up in Canada. I actually swear to God, this is a true story. So we talked to them at the show after we opened for them, and then they played, and we said, you know, if you guys want to hang out afterwards, whatever, just come over. So we all ended up going to this bar where I worked at the time, and introduced them to Canadian beer. And they spent, I think, all of their merch money on Canadian beer, on Steam Whistle or some shit like that. And it just got so out of hand, and it didn't help that it was karaoke night at the bar. So anyways, long story short, the evening ended with the bass player of Veil of Maya singing lounge jazz after drinking about 70 bottles of wine probably, to this entire bar who had no fucking clue who these people were. And that was one of the best memories of my life. So that's my that's my tour story.
This one goes out to the sun.